Please be seated. Welcome to this graduation ceremony. I'm Dr. Matthew Andrews, the university's Secretary and Registrar, and I am delighted to welcome you all here today, particularly our students from the 2020 cohort. We are also very pleased to see so many families, friends and supporters who have come to enjoy this special occasion. We meet, of course, still in the long shadow of the coronavirus pandemic. For 20 months, the pandemic has caused massive disruption, anxiety and loss for our country and for the world. Many people, including some of our students and staff, lost loved ones or fell ill themselves. And pretty much everyone had their normal ways of working, travelling, shopping and socialising turned upside down. I personally will remember for a long time the 23rd of March 2020, when the university was required, pretty much overnight, to put all of our teaching, learning, assessment and support services online, and the whole community, students and staff had to switch to working from home. In those difficult circumstances, staff and students showed amazing creativity and ingenuity in adapting to new ways of using technology to sustain teaching and learning. We were able to ensure that every student could still take their assessments and exams at the end of each module, which is why today we can come together to applaud in these ceremonies the academic qualifications of our students worked so hard to achieve. That is a great thing to celebrate. At the same time, we know that students' experience of being at university in 2020 was not what you were expecting, or that the university would have wanted to provide for you. Although core teaching and learning continued, in normal times, being at university offers students a wide range of opportunities to enjoy new experiences, meet new people, and discover new places. For much of the past 20 months, lockdown has made that much more difficult. One effect of the pandemic was that last year we had to cancel our graduation ceremonies altogether. I apologise to all of you that we were not able to hold graduation last year at the usual time. This year, we are holding a double graduation celebration for the last year's graduating students as well as this year's graduating students. So although it is a year later than you or we would have wanted, I hope that today we will still be able to celebrate your achievements in suitable style. It is all the more heartfelt because we know that you have had to wait so long to get proper recognition of your successes and to be able to meet up again with friends, fellow students and staff. Because if anyone has deserved a celebration, you have. It is wonderful to see you all here today and to be able to celebrate together. We are celebrating the fact that you achieved your qualification in exceptionally difficult and disrupted circumstances. Your achievement is really special. You showed courage, resilience, and determination to keep going throughout the pandemic. At the same time, we are celebrating the amazing commitment and professionalism of our staff, who did their very best to continue teaching and providing excellent support for their students. Often working from kitchens, living rooms, and spare bedrooms, maybe while homeschooling or looking after vulnerable family as well, they worked miracles to keep courses running, adapting at ultra-high speed to new technology, and supporting students to keep going. And we are celebrating the love and care of parents, carers, families and friends who supported students in the dark times and helped them to stick with their studies, take their exams and assessments, and carry on to the successful achievement we are all applauding today. The success of our graduates is your success as well. So thank you all for the part you have played. This year, our arrangements for the ceremony must still be mindful of the continuing risk of spreading the virus. That means we cannot shake hands. So instead, we will exchange bows. When you come up on the stage, please walk forward to the grey line you will see on the platform, just over there. The Vice-Chancellor will give you a small bow, like this. If you would like to, please give a small bow in return. You can then walk back down these steps in the centre. Please don't worry too much about losing your hat. We have had one student in last week's ceremonies who lost their hat, and that was because she was dancing across the stage. So the lesson is, please don't dance across the stage, at least if you want to keep hold of your hat. We are asking everyone in the audience to please applaud as each graduate takes the stage. No one on mute in terms of clapping, please. Do please keep wearing face coverings if you would like to, and please do wear face coverings when leaving the hall at the end of the ceremony and in the circulation spaces. So now, without further ado, let us proceed with the ceremony. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor of the University, Stephen Marston, to make his address.
Just making sure I've got my speaking notes in the right order. Don't want to lose my place. Good afternoon, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome to you all. I'm Stephen Marston, Vice-Chancellor of the University, and it's a huge pleasure to see you all here this afternoon. Thank you so much for coming. Today's ceremony marks a turning point for our new graduates. Although last year's lockdown meant that it is now well over a year since you left the university, this is still the first chance we have had as a university formally to recognise and applaud your academic achievements. And it's our first opportunity to wish you well and offer our support as you build your careers and explore how you want to go about making a life that is rewarding for yourselves, your families, and those around you. So it is a good moment for reflection, to think about what has been achieved and about what comes next, to think about what matters to us as individuals in terms of who we are, what we stand for, what we aspire to achieve. Of course, those of you graduating today might quite understandably feel that what comes next is all looking a bit uncertain. For the past 20 months, you have had your lives, certainly your university experience, turned upside down. You finished your university course last summer in circumstances where many of the normal expectations about graduation and going into the labour market to start building your career no longer really applied. The pandemic's not yet over, but even as this one hopefully wanes, it's made us all aware of how quickly new threats can spread around the globe, upending all of our comfortable assumptions that things like that could not really happen here. Just this month, the COP26 conference in Glasgow has issued more warnings about the fragility of our world and the risks that we face if we do not significantly change the way we run our economies, our societies, and indeed our own lives. The risks, the threats, the uncertainties are all real. How should we react? It would be understandable if the reaction was a sense of despondency, the avoidance of many risks, an erosion of confidence in ourselves as individuals that we can really make a difference when confronted by planet-sized problems. But I really hope we can choose a different response, particularly here today, because here in this room we have the very best of reasons for hope. Not that risks and problems will stop happening, but that through the talents and ingenuity, determination and compassion of each generation of graduates, we will overcome them, we will find cures and solutions, we will be able to keep remaking our societies to provide better lives for all. That is really what today's ceremony represents. So my encouragement to all of you graduating here this afternoon is that despite all, you face the future with a sense of opportunity and confidence, even optimism, and that you base that on two things. The first is self-belief, and the second is a sense of purpose. By self-belief, I don't mean cockiness, arrogance, misplaced confidence in talents we don't actually have. I do mean nurturing an appreciation of your own worth. Some students these days seem plagued by self-doubt and anxiety, quick to find fault with themselves, sometimes their own harshest critics. But please remember that every one of you is here today because you are a talented, successful person and a high achiever. You have good reason to believe in yourselves. Going to university gives you a lot more than your degree certificate. It's also about gaining independence and confidence, broadening your horizons, meeting people from diverse backgrounds, and developing life skills in areas like leadership or teamwork, communication or problem solving. Perhaps the university challenge for you was being the first in your family ever to go to university, leaving friends and family behind, branching out on your own. For many of our students, going to university means leaving not just their hometown, but their home country and their home culture and their home language. Making new friends and settling in, sometimes overcoming physical and mental challenges, dealing with all of the stresses and anxieties of going to university. And every single one of you has completed your course and achieved your qualifications while coping with a level of pandemic disruption and lockdown stress, the like of which no previous generation of students has ever had to face. So your achievements are really special. And what you've learned about thriving in uncertainty, grim and stressful as it has been, will stand you in good stead for the rest of your lives. If you think about the change between the person you were on the day when you left home and started university and the person you are now, I hope you will feel really proud of the distance you have come. You've come a long way, every one of you. It's important to value your own unique worth as an individual, or in the more poetic words of Max Ehrmann, beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. Many of us find, me included, that when we look back, the times that didn't always go right were often the times when we allowed other people's expectations to determine our choices and decisions. With the best of intentions, other people can create tram lines for us that set us on a path we don't really want to travel, we don't even really believe in. Only you can truly understand your own aspirations and talents. Other people can and will judge you on what you've been in the past and judge you by their standards and ambitions for what they think you should be in the future, even what they would have wanted to be had they been in your shoes. But only you know what is the best that you have it in yourself to be. And if you're to achieve well, it's important to be true to yourself. For many students, it is a critical part of their journey at university to affirm your true identity and your sense of the person you really are. Bear in mind, it is far better to stand out as yourself than to blend in as somebody else. Nurturing that sense of self-respect and self-worth is important. I'm not saying you should not set yourself demanding targets and high ambitions. Absolutely you should. It's a good thing to have high expectations of yourself and big ambitions for what you're going to achieve. But if that doesn't always work out, don't beat yourself up. Be comfortable about presenting your true self to the world. That gives you a platform of confidence to look outwards, to take opportunities, to be considerate and appreciative of others, just as you are considerate and appreciative of yourself. Which is linked to my second encouragement to all of you, which is about finding a sense of purpose. Don't worry if you haven't yet found it. When you left university last summer, some of you may very quickly have found your niche and set off confidently on the path that you want to travel. Fantastic, brilliant. But others of you probably won't yet have found your path. It can take time. I still remember vividly what it felt like for me to complete my time at university with no idea what I wanted to do. Having to leave the relative security of university, where I knew exactly what was expected of me and exactly how success was being measured, and cast off into the unknown of what I wanted to do with the whole of the rest of my life. I made at least one false start and applied for several jobs in organisations I now realise I would have hated before I settled on the right thing for me. So you have time. It can take years to find your real purpose in life, but please don't give up on the search. Don't settle for something you know is only a compromise, that you don't really care about that much, and that is not the best that you have it in you to be. Because one of the most important contributors to our long-term well-being is to believe that what we do has value. Not just financial value. A super high salary is great, but it's not the top of the list of what most students and new graduates look for in a job. A good work-life balance, varied and interesting work, personal development, helping people and doing something positive for society also rate highly. And I suspect that the experience of the pandemic and concerns about climate change will only strengthen the conviction that more important than money is to know that what you do has purpose and value. Or as John Ruskin put it, the highest reward for a person's toil is not what they get for it, but what they become by it. Only you can know what is the right purpose for you. But whatever it is, find a goal that is bigger than yourself and that is your contribution to the greater good of all, which was rather better expressed by the late Professor Stephen Hawking. Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. And however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It matters that you don't just give up. Thank you.
We will shortly proceed to the conferment of awards on graduands, which will be presented by Dr. Dom Page, Head of the Gloucestershire Business School. The awards will be conferred by the Vice-Chancellor of the University, Stephen Marston. Before the awards are conferred, however, we invite you to enjoy a short video as a reminder of your time with us.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you candidates from the Business School, and I commend to you those recorded as in absentia. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Accounting and Business Management, Ellen Mayer Adams. Zoe Nicole Duffield. Alexander Fikri. Imani Mitchell. Stephanie Mkandiye. Maya Rakaseta. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Accounting and Finance, James Alexander Colin Caddy. Stephen Lok Yin Chen. Ayush Chanda Det. Lily Beth Hunt. Mohammed Abdul Basat Khan. Neve Sarah Lloyd. James Morris. Gugulethu Laura Mpofu. Haris Razak Wasim. Fleur Elizabeth Ware. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Accounting and Financial Management, Angus Long. Theodora Sterling. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Business and Marketing Management, Jamie Ashby. Christopher James Booth. Alexander Brooke. Oliver Prescott Carson. James Coughlin. Ethan Davies. Alicia Evans. Adam Giles. Sophie Hall. Ashlyn Jean Irene Matthews. Ailun Akatuma. Is that okay? Okay, thank you. Darcy Lillian Newman. Milo Summers. No. Ellie Sutar. Sorry. Milo Summers. Sorry, I ruined a big moment. Adele Jennifer Whaley. Brittany Jade Alanach. Kaylee Forey. Sam Hirons. Terence Kangandu. Joseph Murray. Kate Jessica Owen. Matthew Pegram. Lucy Williams. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Business Management, Sophie Jane Badman. Ben Hooper. Farhana Islam. Samuel Jowett. Adam May. Bhavesh Navinchandra. Priyank Nitendra. Janice Valerie Pierre. Mikhail Pokmara. Lewis Tancock. Yushay Aisha Hasina Taylor. Alex Trotter. Ellie Brown. Henry Croden. Megan Finch. Rebecca Garner. Chloe Glencross. Vicky Susan Grinham. Joshua Heath. Jonathan Hutchins. Emily Coupietz. Reese Thomas Morgan. Holly Ann Sherborne. Stephanie White. Sarah Williams. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Combined Studies, Liberty Kate Ashworth. George Head. Bethany Jade Mathias. Jessica Wilkinson. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Digital Marketing, Saul Haycock. Guy McQuillan. Rachel O'Donnell. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Events Management, Kate Davies. Chantel Badman. Lauren Bosworth. Annabelle Brown. Chloe Bushell. Kelsey Duffield. Sarah Catherine Gittings. Amy Jane Harris. Jordan Jackson. Bethany Jameson. Chloe Louise Johnston. Joanna Marguerite Lewin. Excuse me. Sorry. Amy Miles. Laura Park. Mary Roberts. Christine Rushforth. Rebecca Smith. Rebecca Sunnox. Dion Telling. Isabel Hannah Tempest. Claire Watkins. Saskia Rose Wheeler. Shauna Williams. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Hotel, Resort and Tourism Management, Laura May Bean. Saeed Ben Brahim. Laura Campbell. Megan Holly Cave. Afinti Silly Donny Chamberlain. Chantel Jolly. Michelle Simone Crueva. Laura Self. Jack Atchen Smith. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Hotel, Resort and Events Management, Jade Danielle Jones. Charlotte Yasmin Karadag. Matthew Montgomery. Rebecca Stevens. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, International Business Management, Jacob Pereira Anstey. Snea Baby. Alice Blackwell. Joseph Michael Brady, excuse me. Demi Lorraine Clifford. Amelia Leonard. Fiona Chuk Ling Lung. Daniela Mallard. William McKay. Benjamin Jonathan Sage. Luke Brown. Harley Light Towler. Kenneth Alexander Lockhart. Anisu Tafu Mainlai. Molly Wilcox. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, International Business Studies, Yu Ting Shi. For the award of Bachelor of Law, Emily Axford. River Ellis Blaze Bolivia. Clannad Joanna Eleonora Bruckner. Excuse me. Francesca Crossley. Jade Louise Dominy. Kira Doyle. Alicia Tony Eden. Rebecca Jane Fletcher. Olivia Gale. Mariam Ganti. Fionn Lloyd Groom. Verity Hender. Charlotte Homer. Danielle Holly Jacob. Rachel James. Bethany Jones. Harriet Jones. Madison Knoll. Thomas Andrew Parkinson. Sky Peebles. Daisy Evelyn Peake. Jessica Louise Powell. Jahane Nabil Robinson. Phoebe Rogers. Georgia Russin. James Alexander Scarrett. Natalie Maria Warren. Natasha Laura Wood. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Marketing, Advertising and Branding, Imtazi Akram K. Siddiqui. Jacob Brettel. Benjamin Chick. Cheyenne Ray Cordova. Francesca Zoe Edershaw. Freddie Eveson. Liberty Fullerton. Leah Hampton. Jessica Lee Hayden. Charlotte Denise Headley. Amber Lauren Jackson. Chloe Olivia Rose Kemp. Hannah Joy Lloyd. Nurul Aishi Binti Mohammed Nazli. John Page. Georgina Priest Thompson. Yasmin Olivia Trigg. Nina Wolf Ingham. Natasha Ackroyd. Josie Andrew. Megan Grace Bell. Dagmara Derlich. Elena Kate Louise Harding. Nancy May Hingston. Gabrielle Natalis Inglis. Yasmin Heidi Cassis. Luke Clifford. Frida Julia Laszlo. Vanessa Yushang Ling. Emily Kate Ninnis. Lois Reed. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Sports Management, Megan Walker. Lucy Bayliss. William Davey. Bethany Dixon. Bogdan Gabriel Frinculescu. Ryan Thomas Gallagher. Gregory Gilbert. Samuel Philip Guda. Edward John Gregson. Thomas Jacobson. Joseph Lynch. James McIntosh. Brendan McMillan. Nathan Watts. Charlotte Whitaker. For the award of Master of Science, Accounting and Finance, Atticus Yuziao Ning. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Zara Jade Bijak. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Courtney Drain. Emily Duperet. James William Kiel. John Bernard Lannon. Sherifat Mudupe Oso. Matthew Christopher Scott. Shelley Sutton. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate, Higher Education, Leadership and Management, Suzanne Jane Crisp. Mark Powell. Suzanne White. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma, Human Resource Management, Joe Griffin. Paula Jane Hyam. Caroline Rivers. Georgia Ann Sad. Stephanie Ann Zacharitis. For the award of Master of Science, Human Resource Management, Thi Hong Nong Nguyen. For the award of Certificate in Professional Studies, Intermediate Human Resource Management, Alicia Fancini. For the award of Master of Science, International Business, Rachel Catherine Williams. For the award of Master of Science, Marketing, Mohammed Hafin bin Madmanor. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate, People and Performance, Kevin Adrian Rawson. For the award of Master of Arts, People and Performance, Rachel Abbott. James Darwin. I now present to you candidates upon whom the degree of Doctor of Business Administration is to be conferred. Thomas Husseau. Peter Tobias Merler. I now present to you candidates upon whom the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is to be conferred. Darcy Jean Bourneman. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, Advertising and Branding, Phoebe Alice Robertson. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in International Business Management, Ahmed Mehta. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes my presentation for awards.
I am now pleased to introduce performing arts student Denny Powell, who will sing The Wizard and I from Wicked, supported by David Last, the academic subject leader in performing arts and production. Many thanks to Denny and David. We now continue with the presentation of special prizes, which will be introduced by Dr. Page.
The Business Management Prize is awarded to a business management student who has demonstrated commitment to the course and has made a particularly significant and valuable contribution to it. I invite the Vice-Chancellor to present the prize to this year's winner, Sarah Williams. The Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development Prize is awarded for the best academic performance on a postgraduate human resource programme. I invite Trish Kent from the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development to present the prize to this year's winner, Jo Griffin. The Harrison, Clark and Rickersby Prize is awarded to the law graduate with the best overall results. I invite Yasmin Lewis from Harrison, Clark and Rickersby's to present the prize to this year's winner, James Scarrett. The Institute of Hospitality Prize is awarded by the Institute of Hospitality for the best final year academic performance by a student from the Events, Hospitality and Tourism course areas. I invite the Vice-Chancellor to present the prize to this year's winner, Rebecca Sunnox. The Marketing Student Prize is awarded to the marketing student who demonstrated commitment to the course and has made a significant and valuable contribution to it. I invite the Vice-Chancellor to present the prize to this year's winner, Francesca Edershaw. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes my presentation of special prizes.
The university has decided to confer honorary titles on a small number of distinguished individuals who merit special recognition for outstanding achievement and distinction internationally, nationally, and at a local level. I now call upon Dr. Page to present the citation in honour of Rob Fountain.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Rob Fountain, upon whom the university is to confer an honorary fellowship. Rob Fountain is the Chief Executive Officer of Age UK Gloucestershire, a position he has held since April 2015. He has a wealth of experience drawn from the public sector consultancy, business development in third sector organisations, higher education, advocacy work and social care. Rob has overseen an important shift in direction with a new vision to make Gloucestershire the best county in which to grow old. He has implemented a range of improvements and changes across the organisation and their remit to develop the range of opportunities to improve age-friendly communities and to encourage neighbourhood-level access to purpose and social networks. Amongst a range of new initiatives, Rob has piloted a scheme called Home Share, which matches older people who have spare rooms with people who need affordable accommodation and who are willing to listen and lend a helping hand. It is seen as reciprocal, which encourages a change in thinking about how needs can be met within communities. He has also seen Age UK Gloucestershire work alongside local citizens to set up new social groups that seek to address isolation and encourage connections across generations. Age UK Gloucestershire are also hosting the Digital Divides initiative, looking to address digital exclusion across the county, a programme the University's School of Computing and Engineering are actively contributing to. Rob has also contributed to guest lectures to the university's geography students entitled Global Ageing, which challenges students to reflect on their own preconceptions about ageing, as well as encouraging them to think creatively about how to respond to the challenges of an ageing population in their personal and professional lives. Age UK Gloucestershire also collaborated with the university on the Veteran Voices project led by Abigail Gardner, Associate Professor of Media and Music, a project which saw students working with the older generation and with older veterans from Gloucestershire to produce digital stories documenting their experiences. Today, we are recognising his significant contribution to Gloucestershire through his work and commitment to community-led approaches to addressing issues of isolation and working to eliminate barriers to participation of older people in Gloucestershire's population. Vice-Chancellor, I now call upon you to confer the award of Honorary Fellowship upon Rob Fountain.
Thank you very much, and thank you to the university for this award, which is really wonderful. And thank you to Rachel Bennett from the Geography Department, who gives me a soapbox that I'm allowed to climb onto every year to talk to students about ageing. It's an award that I must share wholesomely with the whole team at Age UK Gloucestershire, who have worked tirelessly through many years, and particularly the last couple of years of COVID, to make sure that we do try and make this the best county in which to grow older. I wanted to extend my congratulations to all of you who have worked so hard and have got your degrees today. Well done. It must have been extremely difficult over the last few years. But I want to remind you that whatever you go on to do, remember you are also older people in training. And that might not feel like something that you want to worry about just now, but let me just ask you to think of a few things that you can do that will make your later life long and prosperous and healthy. Look after your bodies, look after your minds, look after your money, and look after your relationships. And to pick up the theme from Stephen earlier, the one other thing you can do is to maintain that sense of purpose. Having a reason to get up in the morning is one of the best ways of keep getting up for as many mornings as possible. And on that note, I'd like to say a huge thank you to my wife, to my boys, Felix and Joe, 3 of the best reasons to get up in the morning. Thank you.
I now call upon Dr. Matthew Lovett, Academic Subject Leader in Music and Media, to present the citation in honour of Jazz Coleman.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Jazz Coleman, upon whom the university is to confer an honorary doctorate of music. Born in Cheltenham, Jazz Coleman is an international renowned musician, having fronted the post-punk industrial band Killing Joke from 1978. He studied in Leipzig, Germany, the same year, and the following year attended the Cairo Conservatoire in Egypt, extensively studying Arabic quarter tones. He went on to release 15 albums with Killing Joke and inspired many other influential and iconic popular music bands, including Nirvana, Metallica, and Nine Inch Nails. He has enjoyed parallel careers as both a rock musician and producer, and as a successful international classical composer. His most recent album, Magna Invocatio, a Gnostic Mass for choir and orchestra inspired by the sublime music of Killing Joke, was recorded with Russia's oldest orchestra, the St. Petersburg Philharmonic, and was released in 2019. In 2010, Jazz was made Chevalier des Arts et des Lettres for his contribution to contemporary music by the French Minister of Culture. In the same year, Killing Joke received the Innovator Award at the Classic Rock Roll of Honor from Led Zeppelin. He is also an ordained priest, and his interests include permaculture and environmental sustainability. We are recognizing the significant international contribution to both contemporary and classical music Jazz has made, and celebrating his links with his hometown of Cheltenham. His career and achievements resonate with many of our students, particularly those studying and aiming for careers in music, creative arts, and performance. Vice-Chancellor, I now call upon you to confer the award of Honorary Doctorate of Music upon Jazz Coleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great honor for one such as I to receive this PhD. Indeed, it has deep meaning for me, which I shall endeavor to share with you all. You have to take into consideration that when I left Cheltenham Bourneside School in the early 70s, I had no exams and 2 juvenile offences. None. My teachers said I would be a failure. When I told one member of my family of my intention to form a band, she told me I would never succeed because there were so many bands. But I knew that with originality and willpower, the odds were with me. I swore vengeance. Cheltenham was always a good teacher. Being an Anglo-Indian in the 60s and 70s taught me to fight. Being of mixed race and belonging nowhere and everywhere shaped me as an internationalist. That was the minus. The pluses were so much more. Not everybody had the privilege of 2 inspirational teachers as parents who were mad on camping and traveling. They were not just teachers, but educational innovators. I, like many of you in this town, am so proud of my mother. Mum taught the grandparents, parents, and grandchildren of Lakeside Junior School and became Teacher of the Year for Great Britain. She gave so much to her students. My brother, Dr. Piers Coleman, who's a great leader in science, my brother Piers and I were jealous of them. And not everybody was lucky enough to be taught 3 times a week by Eric Coleridge, who was Master of Music at Cheltenham College from the age of 7 to the age of 17. Not everyone is lucky enough to have a Rolling Stone as a regular visitor to our house. Brian Jones had been my Uncle Bob's best mate at Cheltenham Grammar School, and my grandma was his mentor. Brian had a skiffle group that he used to play in her basement. Cheltenham has played an enormous role in my life. By my late teens, Killing Joke was writing our first EP at number 4 Basement in the High Street here in Cheltenham. At the age of 20, I drew up a list of my favorite musicians, philosophers, conductors, writers, and mystics, and set about meeting them all. I got phone numbers and banged hard on their doors. By the time I was 28, I had met most of my heroes, and they had become teachers in a funny way. And this is where my thank yous and deep gratitude begins. I have Jimmy Page, John Lydon, Steve Jones, and Paul Cook to thank. All of them wanted us in Killing Joke to somehow learn from their experiences and tragedies, so we wouldn't make the same mistake. They wished us well. In classical music, I have the late Dr. Klaus Tenstedt, who I got my first score to. He told me that one day I would be the new Mahler. I didn't even know who Mahler was then. I have Dr. Klaus Tenstedt to thank for my journey through Eastern Europe that led to Czech Republic, my home now, and of course on to Mother Russia. I have Philip Glass to thank. And finally, I have Dr. Peter Sanders, who is still my teacher to this day, who I studied orchestration under, to thank. I am grateful to my colleagues, my brothers in war in Killing Joke. You have been my greatest teachers of all. By rising above our differences and staying together, we have given hope to the world. By splitting everything equally, we have proved that not communism, but collectivism works. With privilege comes duty. I will continue my work in Russia with orchestra. I want to perform and work in India. I intend to continue my work with the spiritual arm of the United Nations. But above all, I want to be a friend, mentor, and advisor to all who require my services. And to all those people, those millions of people with no exams out there, self-educate as I did, exercise, locate your God gift, do what you love and get paid for it, and you too will never have to work again. Again, I want to thank the University of Gloucestershire for this great honor. And finally, let me share with you the sense of return I feel. The span of history I have witnessed is worth mentioning. I remember taking the steam train on a Sunday school outing from Charlton King Station to Weston-super-Mare. I remember the grandiose St. James Station that was as large as Paddington, centre of Great Western Railway. I saw the Cheltenham Flyer there. I remember the grand cafes of the promenade, the Cadena and Brunners, where a string quartet would serenade you as you drank Blue Mountain coffee. These rolling hills, this graceful town of ours, and this sacred shire that inspired Lord of the Rings and Alice Through the Looking Glass. Perhaps T.S. Eliot expresses my feelings best at this moment. We shall not cease from exploration, and at the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and to know the place for the first time. Thank you so very much.
I now invite Imani Mitchell, representing the University of Gloucestershire Students' Union, to add their own words of congratulation.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates of 2020 and friends and families. As a fellow graduate, may I congratulate you all on your success and achievements. Long may you continue your association with and support of the University of Gloucestershire. We are now all members of the distinguished alumni of this university, and as we continue our journey through life, we should cherish our memories of our time here and remember the university and the friends we have made will always be with us forever. I am sure you will all agree with me what a fabulous day this has been, and that it would not have been made possible without a great deal of support from your families and friends, lecturers, fellow students, and all the facilities and support of the university. Today you've been celebrated and congratulated, so now I would like to invite you, the graduates of 2020, to stand and show your appreciation to those who have supported you by way of applause. Thank you. I wish all of you the very best of luck for your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Imani. This brings our graduation ceremony to an end. Thank you all so much for coming. To our new graduates particularly, thank you. It's been a real privilege to have you as members of our university community, seeing you grow in achievement and confidence, and a huge pleasure to be able to celebrate with you today the achievement of your qualifications. To parents, families, partners and carers, I hope you too will feel proud of the important part you've played in supporting and encouraging our new graduates to achieve their success. We wish you all the very best for the future, and I now declare this ceremony closed. Thank you.